welcome to the latest edition of the podcast. This is one I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while now, and it's about writer's block. It can strike at any time, it can happen to the best of us. Writer's block slows down the progress and leaves you feeling frustrated. It doesn't just take one form. People imagine an author sat looking blankly at a wall or out of the window, wondering when inspiration will rush back into their body. This can happen for a few minutes, a few hours, or even a few days. It begs the question, how do you cope with writer's block? They say that what you're going through in life comes out in your art. Photographers look back years later at their work and can spot the times when they were truly happy or the times where they were suffering in their personal life. The ultimate format to see this in is painting. Artists express the way they feel through their painting, but it also happens in your writing as well. If you've written a large volume of work over the years, then you'll be able to see the subtle changes at different times of your life. Although this starts to feel off topic, I suppose this is my first tip on how you cope with writer's block, because the stimulus that you feed your brain with will help you to produce something. I find I'm far more productive on a Friday afternoon when I've spent some of the morning talking to other business people at a business meeting or a networking. I can feel the ideas that have been discussed starting to come through in my work. It isn't that I need someone to validate my ideas, but they develop far better through conversation. But this isn't the only way to think about how you might cope with writer's block and become more productive. There's two sort of schools in thought in business. And for me, writing's my business. So I think about this in terms of business as well. You can either plough on through, keeping your shoulder to the grindstone till it's all done, or take a step back and regain your mojo, thinking that a fresh mind produces better quality work more quickly. There's tips all over the internet that show you how to achieve one way or another. You can be inspired by either message. In my experience in business in the UK in particular, the keep going way of doing things has long been the preferred route. A line manager would rarely encourage a colleague who's struggling to take a 20-minute walk and come back to it refreshed, but would more likely to say, knuckle down and get it done. But with a creative process like writing, you may struggle to just plough on through. The work you'll deliver will probably have to be written again. Writing a novel for yourself is like creating a transaction with your future self. Think about it like this. Your past self started this novel, your present self is writing it, your future self will benefit from it. But to write of something of poor quality now because you were pushing on through lets the other versions of yourself down. Taking a break, refreshing the mind and being ready to produce quality is a far better way of making this happen. When you think about it in these terms, the question, how do you cope with writer's block, becomes about much more than just a decision on a business level. So what do you do in that downtime if you're taking a step away? Loads of positive things you can do when you're not writing. Research can be really useful if your topic needs that level of detail. The more you read about it, the more enthused you will be to write. Writer's block can come from a lack of motivation, especially if you've been working at the same piece for a long time. My second novel ended up around 125,000 words. I wrote it in between writing for other people, so it took several months. There can be days where I just get bored with it. I leave it alone. I do look and do some research, get some ideas and start to bring things to life. Pretty soon I'm filled with enthusiasm again and getting ready to get stuck back into writing. But there's other things you can do to get your mojo back while taking a break from writing. Listen to music, visit an art gallery or do something that's creative. Spend time with your family. That'll give you a reminder of what it is you're actually writing for. Get away from a few days to experience a new environment. You never know, this might feature in the book as well. Write about something completely different. Actually writing and getting back passionate about writing again can be the thing that sparks you back on your novel. Or go and work out, do some exercise, get the blood flowing. The last of my tips is go and have a look at some new locations to base your writing on. If you're writing locally, then just have a wander around. Look for things, spot things, take a few photographs, make a few notes, and that can really start to fill and build scenes for your novel. Whatever you do, make it lively, engaging, and enjoyable. Writing can be a lonely occupation, so the time you spend away from it will be best served by spending time with people and having a ball. Thanks for listening again, and speak to you soon. Bye now.